Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the FPL lock-in at a slightly different time than usual to basically accommodate my guests. This is a weekly live stream where we react to what's gone on in the Premier League, in FPL on Saturday. We have a look over the games. We have a look at how our teams have done so far, give our thoughts on any early moves we're thinking. We'll have a look at the teams for the games for tomorrow and basically, the ownership of players and stuff like that in terms of who can hurt us. So very, very thankful. Joining me, Trig is off at a chess tournament. He will be back next week on the podcast and lock-in. Believe, lads, he might actually have a chance of winning it. So,
wow.
So good luck to him today. And Darius is, I can't remember where he is. I think he's with his mum, staying at his mum, so he couldn't join me. So joining me again after the podcast is Kanji. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back.
And Shane of the Double Pivot. How you doing, mate?
Guys, right? How you doing? Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, you've been on one of these once before, haven't you, Shane? But I think it was one where we did a Q&A or something, wasn't it? It wasn't like a proper reaction.
It was like a hybrid, mate, wasn't it?
I think it was in the international break, weren't it? Which, of course, we've got
another
one now coming up, haven't we? In
I know.
Another 2 weeks off. So before we go over the games, I'll quickly say hello to people in the chat. We've got Hippie, we've got David Kent, hi mate, Claire FPL, Matthias, and Hippie again. So yeah, I'll just ask you both before we go through the games. I mean, I've not really had a chance to look at football today. I've got a work deadline, and I've been working until basically half an hour ago. I know roughly what's happening, but what's your reactions been so far? I mean, Kanji, you're on free hit. How's it going?
Yes. I think it's been okay. Like the things I needed were West Ham to score a lot of goals, which they did, but Bowen didn't get anything. And I'm really concerned about what's gonna happen because my captain's still alive. My captain is Enzo. He's playing right now, so it's hard to react. I don't know how to say if I'm happy or sad or I'm just like meh at the moment.
Yeah. Shane, yourself, mate, what did you do going into this game?
I watched a few of the games actually. I caught the Spurs game early on. I done a stream this morning, and then I was on. Went to the pub, watched a Spurs game. It was good, and then I watched the Sunderland game as well, and then I watched the first half of the Chelsea game. So yeah, I've been all over the football today, mate, which is good. Some good results, mate. It's good. It was an exciting day of football. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like a dour 1-0, 2-0. You know what I mean? It was a good day for the Prem, I think.
Doing your Steve impression there. 1-0, 1-1.
1-1. Yeah. No, it was good, mate. It was good.
So we'll start by having a look over the games. So what did you do, lads? I'll just read through the basic stats from the games, and then you guys can tell me what you thought of the games having watched them. So Spurs 2, Man United 2. I know there was a lot of goals in this in the last minutes, weren't there? So Tell and Richarlison with the goals for Spurs, Udogie and Odegaard with the assists, and Burmo and De Ligt with the goals for Man United. Bruno Fernandes, thank God, coming in. I've owned him obviously with an assist, and Ahmad, and then bonus points to Ahmad and Odegaard. I'm assuming a sharing 3, and then Richarlison will get 2, and then defensive contributions to Paulinho, Casemiro, and De Ligt. So Shane, you said you watched this one, mate. What were your thoughts here?
It was good. It was competitive. I think Spurs at home, they've not really found their form as they have away. They had the best away record in the Prem. But at home, they've not quite clicked. I think Thomas Frank's still getting used to what players. I mean, to be fair to them, they've got a lot of injuries, but yeah, he's not quite clicked of who is his best 11. I would say, especially at home. I don't think it helped. I think he's putting a lot of trust into Xavi, and Xavi's not really repaying him well, and it's causing gaps and it's causing a lot of spaces in the field. United were good, mate. First half, I thought United were really, really good. Knocked the ball around well, and they kind of took that hoodoo away of, you know what I mean, like away that they're like a Jekyll and Hyde club, isn't they? A home and away. You know, home they're fairly good, in a way they're poor, but no, they played well. I mean, Spurs, they can't defend crosses, and it showed you on both goals today, right? And Buemo's not the biggest guy, and he managed to get up for a header for the first one. And then obviously the second one, De Ligt scored. Now, yeah, you say about Bruno. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to speak about him now. I hate the guy, and I don't mean personally, right? I don't mean personally. I'm sure he's an absolutely lovely guy, right? But those who own him, probably I'm looking at least one in Gary. You know what I mean? Definitely one. I don't think that's sustainable. Like, Thomas Frank must be absolutely livid because it's last kick of the ball. They've got to defend the corner, and off the back stick is Delict, who nods it in. And actually, Vicario has been really good, but I think he was at fault for both goals. Kanji, did you watch it, mate? I mean, the goals.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched every game. So I
don't
think
know what he was doing with the second one.
Yeah, I think we should the narrative should really favor United here. Like they dominated the game, like definitely deserved to win. Spurs' goals were just kind of fluky. Like the Richarlison goal was a little bit lucky, I would say, and the Tell goal.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, that's just classic Manchester United defending. This is why I don't trust and own any of their defenders and don't plan to own any of them. But they dominated the game. Like they deserve to win. They had so many chances. Like the XG, if you looked at it in the game, for example, it's like favoring Spurs, but it's both teams are below 1. I don't think the XG is an accurate representation of this game for the amount of times that Sesko was played in behind, but had a bad touch and didn't shoot. It's like it didn't really accumulate in the XG. So that's why stats can sometimes be deceiving. But I think the fact that they were behind was completely unjust. So I'm glad that it ended up being 2-2 personally, and just glad and happy to have Bruno. I mean, he has so many routes to points, bro. He has pens and he has the corners and
did you see
clean sheet points?
I saw FPL mate.
So many routes to points.
FPL mate had posted something like that earlier on, and I'm not sure, Shane, if you replied to that one or you posted.
I put something up there, yeah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? The narrative changes if you either own him or you don't. And that's where the two different narratives come from, right? Yeah. I think we all can accept that he is a good player. I'm jesting by saying I hate him. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and he is a world class player, right? Yeah. And I get the routes to points and stuff, but listen, when you're doing it, I kind of liken it to Salah. I mean, look what happened there, right? So 3 or 4 times in extra time he managed to get a return, and then it dried up. Do you know what I mean? Bruno's less like that, but Bruno, I mean, Kanji, you watched the game. Bruno didn't do anything during the game.
Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't
really
do anything. I mean, listen, we'll take those points if we can get them. But I think a 2-2 was a little bit unjust for United. But do you know what it is? Is when Thomas Frankie makes his changes. Like people say that managers don't make enough changes or don't have enough minerals to make them. He makes the changes for the better. And after that, in the second half, they were on top for a wee while, but
it felt it kind of felt like without Kudus, the team just lacked cutting edge. I just felt like they lacked that really end product, that ability to just beat a man and create a chance. And Porro had a terrible game. I don't know if you watched it. Pedro Porro wasted cross after cross. I'm glad. I was considering him to start the season. I'm just glad I never owned him.
I took him out. Luckily, I took him out. Yeah.
So I'm just noticing there's a bit of if you can, is there any chance you could turn your mic up just a little bit because you're quite a bit quieter than Shane?
Yeah, sure, mate. Yeah.
It didn't have to be massively.
No, it's fine. I think, it was a good game to watch. Obviously, Richarlison, he scores and he takes his shirt off and he thinks he scored the winner, and then obviously he doesn't. It was a little bit awkward. Every time Richarlison does that, take his shirt off, it's never the winner. So he needs to stop doing that. Do you know what I mean? But like Kanji, you were saying, there's a big disconnect between their defence to midfield to attack. There wasn't a ball carrier of Kudos to take the ball forward, and they had a few boos and stuff, and they kind of ran out of ideas a little bit. And finally, like you're saying on Sesko, mate, I don't know what United have done paying 60 million for that guy. So poor. He could have probably had two today, and he was just so poor, man. Good game though. Good game. Yeah.
To say hello to a few other people. Matty's in the chat. Hi, mate. I was talking to them in the Elite FPL Discord yesterday. Trig, we will have a quick look at Trig and Trig's team later on. Hi, Colm, saying please give a stream a like. MD, Dan, Screaming Vengeance. Hello, mate. Yeah, Bruno Rat. I don't know what that means, but fair enough.
Everyone calls him a rat, don't they? Everyone calls him a rat.
Yeah,
he looks like a rat.
Yeah, he's just one of those players. 2-0 Chelsea. Is that the man? Yell Pedro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We were just talking about him before we came on stream.
Come on now. I don't know what he's doing with this, but I was trying to copy it. Is that kind of like a Gyökeres or like that? Is that what, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. It's a young person's meme, Shane. We're not young anymore.
This is what we're talking about, Gary. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not one of those sheep that go, I don't know, I'll go Pedro to Mateta. No.
Oh, man, that really hurt.
Pedro in. I mean, Wolves have been poor. But I'm not sure who got the assist.
I'm on Enzo.
It might be Enzo, yeah. Let me.
You're a bit.
It's
Kanji will be
it's
happy.
not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's Esteban.
Esteval, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was watching. Don't worry, bro. My season's
still
over.
time.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
falling a million ranks this week. I can tell.
Mate,
It's just
you
one
still
of
got
those.
time. I've been watching the Wolves
It's one
game
of
and
those. I don't want to spoil the West Ham game, but when we get there, I'm just gonna crash out. So I'm just waiting until we get there.
do you know what? I was so come on.
All right, lads.
Oh,
Let's move on to the Everton game, which I don't think we need to spend that long on because it wasn't. Not that. Well, I suppose there was a few FPL players. Keane, but none of them did anything. Keane and Garner with the goals. Dewsbury Hall and I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Erogabarnum. Does that sound right to you, lads? Or in
Irrigabunum, yeah.
Irrigabunum, of course.
not even close, Gary. But Kanji saved it. Kanji saved it. Don't worry, mate. Kanji saved it.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Keane with 3. Garner with bonus points. Garner with 2. Dewsbury Hall with 1. Defensive contributions to Dewsbury Hall. Anderson, of course, of Fulham. Tete, Sessegnon, and Bassi. I'm not sure. Is Bassi a defender?
Yeah, he's centre back for.
So yeah, he'd have got them as well. So yeah, any thoughts on it? I mean, who's relevant here? I mean, Ndai didn't. Trig told me that Ndai had 3 disallowed assists, basically. I don't know if
because
did you see that, Kanji?
Yeah. There were moments where like he'd play a pass and like he takes a shot, it's deflected, and the person who gets the rebound scores it. But one of them was offside. Happened a couple times.
Did you see
the owners were pretty unlucky there.
Did you see the one? The Everton striker was standing. They deemed him offside and in the way the goalkeeper, but he wasn't even close to the goalkeeper. So, like someone who had Dewsbury Hall. So I know, like Andy, let's talk. He's held him for ages. So kudos to him. But yeah, he should have got more from it. But I think the big talking point is Keane. Do you not think?
Yeah, I mean, he's been bagging the goals. And in terms of value, I think he's been really good.
You know,
relative to Tarkowski.
On my wild card, it was him or Richards, which was only 2 weeks ago. I would have got 2 goals out of him, I guess, if I'd have bought him in.
Who, Keane?
Yeah.
Well, I would temper that with. Listen, Michael Keane's a bit of a Premier League legend. He's played in the league for a long time, and he's only come back in because of his injury to Branthwaite, and he's done well.
Yeah.
But in certain games, he is, but he's not going to put that output every week. Do you know what I mean? Everton, they don't keep as many clean sheets as before, but if you've got him, I think Adam above average, he had him this week, so well done to him, man. It was good.
Yeah. Not really much else to say about this one, is it? Apart from Anderson from an FPL wise, apart from Anderson is always getting his DEFCONs, but it doesn't really matter too much when they don't keep the clean sheet, does it? So,
well, I think there's just
Gary, love it. Go, Kanji. We'll come back to
it. There's one thing to say about Everton. It's like they're genuinely just a good team. Like if I wanted to pick a differential, I think my differentials will probably come from Everton or Manchester United. Like I think the teams are just solid. The system is good. And I think Ndiaye was genuinely really unlucky today. And like once he's back from AFCON, I don't think there's a single week I'll go without him.
Okay.
So him and Grealish are the key players, aren't they?
Did you want to say something, Shane? Now?
Oh, and do you know what? I've got to bring it up from a Man D unit as well. We said at the start of the season, Anderson, he might get DEFCON, but he's not going to keep many clean sheets. And people are like, oh, he's all right. He's on his bench now. He's fairly cheap, but yeah, I think people come around to Fulham. I mean, I've got Fulham to go down. I don't think they'll go down, obviously, but yeah, I think they didn't invest in the summer, and it's quite apparent. And it's getting beat 2-0 to Everton, not in a bad way, like you're saying, Kanji. Everton have adapted, and they've got more to the game than just keeping a clean sheet and a 1-0 win now, haven't they? They've actually got attacking threat, which is good to see, and they're pretty solid at their home, aren't they? At the new stadium, so. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to watch it, but yeah, it seemed like a good game.
So, Kanji, you might want to hide away for a minute. Anthony had Bowen captain, so West Ham 3-2.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a good game. Souček, Walter Peters, and Callum Wilson with the goals. Paqueta, Souček, and Somerville with the assists for West Ham. Cullen and Fleming with the goals for Burnley. Hannibal and I did actually learn how to pronounce this one. Ugo Woo.
Ugochukwu.
That was close. That was close.
That was so close.
Bonus points, 3 for... Again, it's a lot of sharing. I don't know if you've noticed this. I do this every week, and it's always a lot of sharing. Cullen and Souček with 3, and then I guess Wilson will be getting 1, would it be? Or yeah, it'd be 1, wouldn't it? They share. Defensive contributions for Fiorentino, Esteve, and Cunezebe, or whatever you say his name, of Burnley, and then Potts. Lots of people on that's contributed to this one. Potts, Wan-Bissaka, Fernandez for West Ham. So yeah, I'm assuming it was quite painful watching this one with Bowen captain. Kanji, was it?
Well, I didn't actually have Bowen captain. I just own Paqueta and Bowen together as my differentials. I have Enzo captain, but that's just as bad, to be honest.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, in this game, like I was going into this game thinking I'm either going to go for Holland in this spot, which I have the money for, Holland and Sarr, or I'm going to switch. I'm going to go for Bowen and Salah, and then just switch my captain because I was open for captaincy. And after I saw the Liverpool performance against Real Madrid, I decided to take Holland out because I don't think he'll score in this game. So I took him out. I went for Bowen because I was like, this is the guaranteed goal. I knew West Ham were going to put up a lot of XG in the game. They impressed me versus Newcastle. And you know what? The thing that has me the most pissed is like he genuinely had like a 0.7 XG tap in. And then the defender, Walker Peters, who was subbed on, runs from behind him, gets in front of him and scores it. I was fuming, bro. That is my freaking 3% differential versus a 180% owned Holland. Like, yeah, it's done. This game week's over. I'm probably losing like at least 500K just based off of that alone. And then if you factor in Enzo also blanking here, when he's put up at least 0.5 XGI as well, like it's just a joke. I'm probably losing a lot of rank.
You do have Salah.
But I have no expectations. Like at this point, you know when you have like
Chelsea away here.
You know when you have like when you have Bowen that's like blanked against Burnley. And you have like Enzo blanked against Wolves at home, like the game is over.
You're a different man. On the podcast this week, Shane, he was all like, Liverpool are the greatest team of all time. They're going to hammer Manchester City. Salah is back to his best.
When life comes at you, it just ends you, bro. Like you just lose everything. My faith, my hope is all gone. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I've got 2 points on this. I think dropping Haaland to be able to get Bowen is insane. But West Ham scored 3 goals, and to not get any return, not even get an assist from Bowen is, again, that's variance. Like, you made the right decision, Kanji. It's just
I know.
Yeah,
here's the funny thing. This is the exact situation I'm in. West Ham have scored 3 and I have nothing from Bowen. That's ridiculous. Chelsea have scored 3. Yeah. I've got nothing from Enzo, and he's my captain. Like this is it's just so like.
Yeah, third goal is.
This is the type of thing that just Garnacho has 2 assists.
Garnacho to Neto, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the type of stuff that just like I hate FPL for stuff like this, man.
Sometimes the right decision isn't the right decision, and sometimes the wrong decision is the right decision. Do you know what I mean? It's just
again,
it's FPL.
Yes,
variance,
I totally agree. Exactly. So this is what's gonna happen. I'll tell you exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna go into Liverpool Man City. Holland's going to have 0.3 XG. He's going to score. Or it'll be like a penalty and he'll score. And I'm sitting here like, bro, like, this is so jarring.
I think, I mean, I looked at Liverpool and listen, it's Haaland at home, he's strong. I know we're kind of talking about this game, but yeah, I think on one performance, you might have gone a little bit too early there. But we'll see. It'll be a good game tomorrow.
Hindsight is 20/20, brother. Let's see what happens when it's over.
So unlucky though, man. It's so unlucky.
The thing with variance is with your FPL team, your normal FPL team, you hope that it will even out. But with the free hit, it's the one game week. So if you don't get the variance for that free hit, you don't feel like, I've got next week. You know what I mean? He played well. Yeah. It'll come next week. It's just like gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you know what I like, Gary? Do you know what I like about that, Kanji, is you've done that move because you're wanting to win FPL. You've not done that move to keep your rank or keep with the people next to you. You've done that to go on and try and ultimately want to win it. Do you know what I mean? Like people.
No, but basically, here's the problem, right? So like, I've gotten like 0 reward for taking this risk.
I know.
No, genuinely. So what's the point of doing this in the future? Like I knew going in, like I could guarantee myself a green arrow because I had the money to go Holland and Sarr instead of Salah and Bowen. Like what's the point of playing like basically FPL is becoming, it's not about picking the players to enjoy it. Like it's genuinely becoming about like, it's like a marathon. If I played low risk, I could have genuinely got a green. But I tried to win FPL and I've lost everything now. I'm definitely going to be on a red.
It's always a marathon.
So it's just... I know. Well, basically, like what I'm saying is, if you're just template every single week, you're gonna finish top 100K for the most part. So just like moments like this really make me like lose the love that I have for FPL because like I genuinely feel like I'm robbed of like nothing from Bowen and Enzo today. Like the team scored 6 goals, bro. I have
No.
nothing.
Yeah, that is
Anyways,
insane. That is insane.
Okay.
We
Alright,
feel for Kanji.
we do. If there's by the way, if any of you lads got anything you want to bring out from the chat, because it's almost impossible for me to look at it while I'm moving between all these screens, let me know. If there's any love for Kanji in the chat, let us know, Shane. I saw Kieran was in there last time I looked. All right, so this was.
Was it? Oh, we didn't.
I mean, I was going to say this was going to be the most consequential one, but in some ways it wasn't because everyone's got so many Arsenal defenders, regardless of whether they conceded or didn't concede. Most people. Anyway, let me just read through it. So Sunderland 2, goals from Ballard and Broby, assists from Ballard and Ukulele, goals from Arsenal from Saka, who's the saviour of my game week so far, and Trossard, Mourinho and Zubanadi with the assists. And bonus points, Saka 3, Trossard 2, Broby 1, and then defensive contributions. Siddiqui, Saka, he seems to get him every single week, doesn't he? Saka again. It's either the second. It's the two. I'm not sure if it was last.
Twice,
game.
yeah. I think he's doing it
Yeah,
twice.
twice in like 2 or 3 game weeks. Rice just missing out. Oh, just Saka. So, yeah, what did you think of this one, Shane? Who have you got Arsenal-wise?
I've got. I mean, everyone's got Gabriel, and then I've gone for the attack this week, which kind of worked out. So I had Saka, and then Eze. Eze had a few chances. Maybe should have done better, but you know, if you had like Trossard and Saka, that was the way to go. Rice was a bit unlucky, but it was a good game. I mean, Saka. People come in. Oh, it's the first. I think I seen Harry saying, "Oh, it's his first double digit in 11 months." Listen, Saka is star boy. There's not many players in the Prem that are world class, and Saka is world class. And it was coming. If you looked at like the XG charts, almost 4-0 by Pedro. Sorry. Yeah, if you looked at the XG charts, it was coming, and yeah, it was a well taken goal, mate. But I think it was more. The narrative today was more about Sunderland, mate. They were immense. Ballard at the back, mate. I got a feel of like future England player today. Genuinely, the guy was immense. I think he got a goal, assist. Did he get DEFCON as well? A goal, assist. He had a kind of last gasp tackle as well.
Ballard?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Ballard, yeah.
No,
yeah.
he didn't.
No, I didn't. But he was immense. But it was a great game. And kudos to Sunderland because I think they had 4 players remaining from their team last year. They spent a hell of a lot of money, changed a lot of players, and it's paid off. Do you know what I mean? Touch wood, unless something happens, they're going to stay up. So
do you know that someone texted? I'm not going to say who it was because I can't actually remember, but it was either Trig, Nightmare, or D Unit earlier on in our group chat, PubCast group chat. Put Sunderland are the new Leicester. What do you think of that? As in, you know what I mean? Leicester 2015, 2016. It's a bit of a stretch.
I don't think that. Yeah, they're not that good. Like they're not that good. They are good, but the big tail's going to come at AFCON, isn't it? They've got like 7 players going away. That's going to be It's going to be tough, man. No, it was a good. It was a good watch. Trossard coming into my thinking more now as well. Do you know what I mean? Instead of Eze, maybe that Trossard. The goal. I don't know. Have you seen the goal? Good.
Yeah. Amazing. I think this is why like Trossard should be starting ahead of Martinelli. I know Martinelli has been getting some goals and assists off the bench, but that finish in tight quarters to like make the space through the dribble and finish near post, Martinelli just can't really do that anymore. I think Martinelli is really good on the fast break, but when the team is sitting deep, you have to play Trossard. And Arteta, once again, he got his tactics right. And when you watch Arsenal play against a low block now, when they have the likes of Eze, Rice, Saka, Trossard trying to break it down, like they have enough quality now. In previous seasons, I felt like they didn't have enough like good star quality players to break down a low block, but now they have enough. And like, this was a really good example of like why I think they should win the Premier League. I know they drew this game, but they were losing and they created enough chances from open play, even though they don't usually over the season. They pretty much impressed me, even though they drew.
Yeah, so you'd say this isn't Arsenal trying to throw away the title. I know it's very early, but this is Arsenal coming up against a very good under the team.
No, do you know what it is for me? I don't know about you guys, right? There's only genuinely one team, which is Arsenal, who are playing. If you go back and look at most Premier Leagues, you can see at the start of the season pretty much who's playing like champions. Arsenal are playing like champions. I know they conceded two today. I get it. But, they hadn't conceded a goal in hours and hours of football. Even in Champions League, I know obviously we're talking Prem, but they've not conceded a goal. And what was telling today when I was watching the match was see the disappointment and the look on the lads' faces, the Arsenal faces, when they conceded that second goal. They were absolutely distraught. Do you know what I mean? They want this title more than anything. You can see it kind of like it's like a throwback to like 99 Man United type sketch. And I don't mean that in terms of like team for team. I just mean the passion, the desire, the want to win. You can see it. For me, I think I'd go early. I think Arsenal, it's a long season, granted. I think the title's, it's not done, of course not. But for me, Arsenal win the league.
No,
you've only got to look at like the bookies. I mean, the bookies are, when was the last time you seen Man City 3-1 to win the title? It's big, mate, and I don't think I can't see them. They've got the squad Liverpool now to win it. Say again?
What odds are Liverpool?
I think maybe 7-2, so just outside the city.
Okay. So Arsenal odds on, or like 2-1?
Yeah, Arsenal odds on.
Wow, really?
And I was even considering. I mean, it might be crazy, but what about a double, a Champions League double? They're near the top as favourites in Champions League. Kanji does not like that.
Relax, bro.
I knew Kanji would like that. But no, it was a good game, man.
Oh my god, Yo, Chelsea are peppering them.
No,
Enzo's going off. Man.
Yeah.
RIP.
Oh,
well,
what a season, bro!
How long is left of that game, lads?
10 minutes, mate.
Okay, maybe we'll come back and look at that game once we've had a look at our team. But I was just going to say one more thing. There's no panic over Arsenal assets or anything. Just stick with who you've got.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they had to concede a goal at some point, didn't they, Kanji? Do you know what I mean? Like, they couldn't. I know double defense is probably the best instead of over attack, but you can't go that long, at that level without conceding a goal.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they were due to concede at some point, but then I'm sure the team was probably a little bit disappointed to concede. But to drop points was surprising. Let's be honest. But
do you think? I think we're 11 games in now. I think we need to start taking Sunderland. I know people have, but it's taking them fairly seriously.
Can't target them, can you?
But no, you can't. I mean, they're fully. We were doing it on the Dakota. They're fully like a reddish fixture, 100%, no doubt about it. So, yeah, those old green ones, chuck them away because Sunderland's not an easy fixture these days.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Do subscribe to the Double Pivot for the Dakota podcast, of course.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, we go through that on Fridays, mate. We go through that. Yeah, good segue, that mate. It was good.
Usually, I look through the podcast mini league host team. I'm not going to do that for 4 teams today, but we will have a quick look at Trig and Darius's teams in a minute after we looked at our own, because they do come on this stream most weeks. But we'll start with Kanji. So this is Nightmares Dreamers. So if
Kanji's ripping it on, man.
He is. If you don't know what this league is, it's FPL Nightmares League. It has most of the big content creators in it. Not absolutely everyone, but it's got Raptor, Let's Talk FPL, a ton of us littler content creators, and also some of his mates. So third in that league at the moment is Kanji. So I'll click on Kanji's team.
Wolves almost scored there. Jesus Christ.
163,000 in the world at the moment. Obviously, it could change depending on what happens to the last 10 minutes. Chelsea still to play. Gabriel 1, Cucurella 6, Timber 1, Saka 12, Paqueta 4, Enzo captain currently on 6. Salah away to City, Fernandez on 5, Bowen on 2, Mateta on. Still to play tomorrow. Talk us through it, Ken. Do you see? I'm taking what you said earlier. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, double Arsenal defense doesn't matter. I mean, the EO is at 195% within the engaged community, so I'm not worried about double Arsenal defense, even though they both blanked. Saka, I'm glad that I was able to move to him. I was on Gyökeres, so when I free hit, it was easy to just get Saka in. I mean, that was like a no-brainer. Paqueta and Bowen were my differentials. To only get 6 points from them when their team scored 3 goals is embarrassing. Enzo captain when the team scores 3 goals to get no return is once again embarrassing. Bruno 5-pointer assist. I'm just glad that I owned him. captaincy has let me down. If Kukurea concedes in the last 5 minutes, that'll also be embarrassing. But yeah, I've basically wasted this chip. So it is what it is. The season feels like it's over. That's actually how it feels.
I know they say not to do
Yeah.
this.
Let's see how it goes.
I know he's third in the bloody best league in FPL.
I know.
No, bro,
Like,
bro. The season's over, bro. Like this type, bro. I'm Holland. I'm telling you, Bowen blank. I literally had Holland in that spot until the Real Madrid game, and I would have probably captained him if I owned him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have owned him. Like, what's the point? And then, I'm just so annoyed.
Let me put this to you, and I know they say don't do this, but do you know what your team? I mean, it's not really worth doing it to the end of the game with what your normal team would have scored, because if you've outscored that, it's not a complete waste of the game.
Yeah.
No, not really. That's a good point though, because I didn't have Saka, so maybe that's enough. It depends what happens when Holland plays, because he would have been my captain.
Yeah, because you played it. Sorry, Ken.
No, you got no.
I was going to say, because you presumably played it because you had a crap team for this week. Your normal team.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I didn't like any of my captain options. I didn't want to captain Holland against Liverpool, so I was like, forget this. I feel like I can gain on captaincy, and boy, was I wrong with that one. I want to go home and just cry. That's how I feel.
You are right.
No, I think I know. I don't know. I think it was a good free hit. Like I'm saying, like the right decisions sometimes aren't. They just don't come off. And if you looked at that team and said, right, today Chelsea are going to score 3 goals, West Ham are going to score 3 goals, and you didn't know the points, you'd be like, Kanji's cooking today because he's got
exactly.
Like, there is no way.
Exactly.
I know Piquet got an assist, but there's like Bowen. He could. If Bowen had a hat trick today, no one would have like squinted the face and been like, "Oh, I'm not surprised." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Against Burnley, Enzo as well. Yeah. Like he was unlucky in the first half. He had a great shot saved.
Bro, he created the first chance for Garnacho in the first 3 minutes. It was a 0.4 xG for Garnacho.
It's a bit of variance. It gets you, doesn't it? Sometimes, but hey, you still got. I mean, you still got Saka, you got Cucurella, and you still got like Mateta and Salah.
Yeah.
Right? Salah's got a great record against.
Honestly, I think like the lesson learned from this is I will be more template next season, no doubt. It's just less.
Don't change, Kanji. Don't do it.
What's the point, though?
Look at Gary.
Don't become an FPL. Don't become an FPL PubCast, Gary.
I mean, I won't be. I'll never be completely template. But like Holland captain, I should have just kept it. Because now it's like I'm stressing tomorrow. Like I'm losing like 400, 500K per point type of thing. It's going to be huge.
Why didn't you go Saka captain? You just not feel.
Yeah, I was thinking
that type thing.
It's like you said. Like Sunderland's a red fixture. Why would you captain against Sunderland?
Yeah,
that's why I was happy to own. I know he's picked up now 5 goals in 10 games in the Premier League and the Champions League, so good record. I don't own him in my actual FPL team, so I need to get to him soon.
Okay, yeah. Let's move on, and we might have to go. Sorry to say this, Shane, but a little bit down Nightmares Dreamers League to find your teammate, but not.
Oh, that's all right, mate.
Not that far. Not that far. So
not too far. Not too
50 teams in here. Whereabouts are you, mate? Did see you in there.
I think down a wee. Oh no, there. I'm 16th.
So 28 points. You are. It's the first time I've looked at your team actually. 870,000 in the world. So not terrible at all. Corio with 1, Caliber with 6, Munoz and Lacroix still to play against Brighton, Gabriel 1, Reinders home to Liverpool, Eze 2, Saka 12, Rodgers, the lesser seen Rodgers, you don't see many of them anymore. We're at home to Bournemouth, Pedro 6, and Haaland captain at home to Liverpool. That's very template, that captain. Lads, I could hear one of your TVs. I don't know if you could just turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Cheers. Talk us through it, mate. Why have you got Rodgers still? I know he's done all right recently, hasn't he?
No, I've just brought him in. So I had 3 free transfers this weekend. I took Porro, Gordon, and Richarlison out, and I swapped them for Chalobah, Rodgers, and Pedro. Hopefully, touch wood, that plays out, and they fairly pay off. I really wanted Watkins.
Sorry. Who did you bring in? You brought in Chalobah, Rodgers, and
Pedro.
Wow! Congrats,
Pedro,
bro.
Man. Big Pedro.
Big double win already, bro. Holy,
so
amazing.
I really wanted Watkins, but I couldn't get to the 8.5, so I had to kind of chalk up whether either Watkins and Enzo or Rodgers and Pedro. And I kind of, with Wolves being as bad as they are, I chopped for the Pedro as well. And that then allowed me to have Chalobah. He's a little bit expensive, but fixtures wise, Chelsea have got Wolves and Burnley back to back. Like they're key. They are key games back to back. So I thought I'd go for the opportunity and touch wood, it's not going too bad just now. I like Rodgers, mate. Rodgers got a bit of swagger about him now again. You know, he scored again the other day, and he's getting there. He
had a really good performance against Liverpool. I think in the first 10 minutes, I think he hit the post. It was like a nice, it was a shot from outside the box. He curled it and it went off the post. As soon as that shot went off the post, I was thinking in my head, this was 10 minutes into Liverpool Aston Villa. I'm like, all right, here we go again. No. Liverpool's conceding. All right, here we go. Somehow we ended up just dominating them after that. They never really had a good chance.
Yeah, they were a bit toothless after, but he looked like the older school Rodgers, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like last season, and I was like, do you know what? And if you look at the fixtures, they've got some run of fixtures coming up. The reason I wanted Watkins is, do you know how many goals Watkins has scored this season?
I don't know. None, maybe?
One. Now, yeah, and now listen, I don't think Watkins is that clinical. I don't think he's the best striker, but for a striker to go, 11 games, he scored one goal with fixtures, his form will come a little bit. So I wanted him. But, hopefully Rodgers does something tomorrow. Reinders, Pep loves Reinders, man. Pep would play Reinders 24/7 if he could. And I just feel, I'm sorry to say it, Kanji, tomorrow. I think it will be a close-ish game, but I think the Haaland effect, mate, and I think
it's all good. It's all good.
I think it would be something like 3-1 or something like that. So I can see Reinders actually getting assists. He got 2 assists midweek in the Champions League, and City seem to be, they're motoring along a little bit now. They're starting to come together. So I'm cool, and it's always FPL, isn't it? If I take him out, you know what happened? He'll get an assist. Do you know what I mean? Or if I bench him, he'll get an assist. So tomorrow, Haaland captain. I couldn't really find. I was thinking of Saka captain, but again, like you're saying, Kanji, Sunderland's difficult. I mean, he did. I mean, today he got DEFCON as well, and he'll get bonus. So, just the risk wasn't worth the reward this week, I think. But I will be trying to go against. Haaland can't do it every week, and if you look at the best players, to get the biggest scores every week, Haaland's not been on there once. Do you know that? Haaland's not had the biggest score. Yeah, so Haaland hasn't had the biggest score on one game week yet.
Really?
Yeah, look at that. That's insane. So you've got Dan.
Even when he scored against Burnley, he got 17 points or something. Or so, what did he get against Burnley?
Van de Ven was that week, wasn't he? Was it Van de Ven?
I don't know who it was. Maybe.
Yeah, I had to look back, and I couldn't see
crazy.
I was like, what? I think it was a defender.
What's the best player of the week?
On there.
Best player of the week.
Player of the week. Yeah, I mean, if you could bring it up, Garrett, I'm 95% sure that he's not been on there, which is mental. But so there's definitely cause to go against, and. For you today, Kanji, I feel for you because it was the right decision, man.
Well, let's see how it goes. Maybe not the right decision when Haaland gets his hat trick tomorrow. So
some weird names. Some weird names on here, aren't there?
And most of them are DMs or defenders.
James
Gusto, man, God.
Wow.
But yeah, apart from that, hopefully the Palace guys do well tomorrow. I've gone for a double. Hopefully they can keep it. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be maybe a 1-0 or 1-1. And then hopefully Rodgers comes through tomorrow, mate. But yeah,
he's done all right recently, hasn't he? So we'll go to my team. I'm 8th in this league, and we'll have a look in a minute. But I'm hoping still top of the PubCast host league. 400 and actually, I might as well refresh.
Do you know what I don't do, Gary? I'll ask you two guys. I never do. By the way, that's a Chelsea game finished. By the way, I never ever look at my rank midweek. Ever.
Same.
Don't do it.
Same.
I've just put you both through it then.
Gary definitely does it.
I have to do it every Saturday night.
Yes, today's the first time. Today's the first time I've gone on live FPL mid game week to check how I'm doing because I was I'm gonna come on. I'm curious to see where I am.
It is weird though because this weekend there's not. Well, we can look at my team. I've still got 5-6 to play. It does feel like, apart from unfortunately yourself, Candy, because you have a lot of players play. There is a lot. There's a lot coming down to tomorrow, isn't there? More than most Sundays.
Yes.
But I'll quickly read for my team.
You have 7 left.
Oh, 1,
Holy
2, 3,
moly!
4.
Well, captain, right?
Well, yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my god, you're gonna dust me. Oh. Anyways.
So 460,000. I think I'm on a very small green. Or at least there was for the close match. Petrovic away to Villa still to play. Gabriel Timber. Richards at home to Brighton, Fernandes 5, Semenyo away to Villa, Minter away to Crystal Palace, Enzo 3, Saka vice captain, 12, Mateta and Haaland captain. So yeah, I mean, I'm fairly happy. I knew because I always look before the day starts because obviously I do this every Saturday night. What the fixtures are because I'm like, is there going to be? Obviously, there's always going to be something to talk about, but am I going to have something to talk about? Because I have done some of these where I've had like 2 players play on a Saturday. So I mean, the clean sheet wipeout for Arsenal, as you said, Kanji, really doesn't matter because almost everyone's got 2 Arsenal. In fact, there's probably more players engaged that have got 3 Arsenal. It could even be a good thing. Anyway, Fernandes.
It's not though. It's like 192% EO for the defense, so it's fine.
Okay. Right. What, two of them? Oh, right. So that's just under 2.
Exactly. So it's just under like 2 defenders.
So pretty much is nothing. It didn't matter either way then, did it?
Yes, exactly.
Fernandes, happy enough with. I had a really big benching headache between Richards at home at Brighton. I spent actually half an hour thinking about this yesterday. I knew I wasn't going to make any transfers. I knew I wasn't going to use a chip or anything, but I spent half an hour looking at Richards versus Senesi versus Rodon in terms of who to start, and I went to Richards. So Fernandes.
What made you go to Richards? What made you go there?
Because he was at home.
Okay. Fair play.
I think I looked at the odds. They all had the clean sheet potential was like very similar. They're all pretty much similar for DEFCONs. I think Rodon was a little bit lower, but I don't think Rodon is a conversation. But no.
The only thing for me, you've got Minter there, so if Minter does well, Richards isn't doing well. So that's the only thing for you. Know
I don't like doing the whole attacker playing defender.
Sometimes it pays off though.
Yeah, sometimes. Mint is obviously the one I'd really like to come through because he's still the lowest owned. He's like 6%. Semenyo's much of a muchness. I suppose Richards is really because most people have got a Palace defender. Some people like yourself, Shane, have got 2, and then Mateta and Haaland. So, to be honest, I knew a lot of people were playing bench boost this week, weren't they? I don't think anyone in my group were, but yeah, I saw a good few on Twitter and stuff.
Do you think people are I know Mo bench boosted this week, and he had Dubravka and someone else. I feel like people are forcing it this year. They've got ages to play it. I don't get it. They're just getting rid of it.
Well, I did it. Me and Trig did it. I got 18 out of it in a random game week. Trig got 35.
Yeah,
so
yeah, those 35 points for Nick have really saved him. Because imagine if he didn't have Sack on the bench boost, because he never went to Gabriel. So Gabriel's just been kicking his butt every week. And then he brought Semenyo in, and then Semenyo kicked his butt, and then he brought Semenyo in, and Semenyo blanked. He's been really unlucky. Holy.
FPL Nightmare just popping.
That's a good team. I like that.
FPL Nightmare just popping up there. We'll have to have a look at Nightmare's team as well and his triple A.
Sure. Can I comment on your team though? So
yes, of course, man.
With so Semenyo's Semenyo, the points really don't matter. Haaland points don't matter. Yeah. So basically, it's Richards, Minte, and Mateta. I think is let's say Mateta counts because I think in the engaged community he'll be high, but in regular ranks he won't be. So Mateta's points.
You're right. It's still 178% effective ownership. I thought it'd have been lower than that versus Liverpool.
No.
Who's that? Sorry,
Holland's 180.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
mate.
So you've got Mateta, Minte, and Richard. Mateta, Minte, Richards, and a Bournemouth defender. To give you the green. I know I was looking at the stats, Senesi was 80% owned, but only 35% have started him. So I thought that was interesting. There's going to be, you're definitely going to end up on a green arrow.
I think so, yeah.
That's for sure.
I thought that's what it's going to finish on what I was thinking, yeah. I think because I thought bench boost, some people on free hit as well, I saw a few of them going around. If I can just keep green and, small red, and then I've got 4 free transfers now and free hit probably to play in the next couple of weeks, I'd be happy. So
I'm not even sure what you need your transfers for, apart from Liverpool. That's it.
I don't know what I'm going to do, mate, because they've got 4. Say that I save up next week, which I may well do, roll again to 5. Free hit in 13. I've then got 14 and 15 to use 5 transfers before we get 5 again in 16. It's it's a nice place to be in one way, but it's
a good advantage for you though. Like it's a good advantage. You can bring players in and out at a whim that players who have put the stall out won't be able to. Do you know what I mean? So if a player is looking really, really good in the next 2 weeks, but people, have set the stall out and it's hard for them to get to that player, you can easily get in there and it gives you more opportunity to climb the ranks.
It's just,
but sometimes you want to,
It's just a really weird position to be in because, I've been in the position where I've had 2 free transfers and burned them. When I had my best seasons when I finished 3012. But last year the first time I had 5 free transfers? And I didn't have an amazing season. And so I never got above 2. And this is the first time. It's just like a new experience to have that amount of transfers. You know what I mean? I feel like almost a bit uncomfortable. But as you say, it's a good place to be, I guess. Let's have a quick look at. I'm not gonna go through anyone, but let's have a quick look at. So I am still top of the PubCast host mini league. Let's have a quick.
Can you check Roberto's team quick? I just want to see what his team looks like.
We're snooping on people. Let's see what
I'm curious.
-4 today.
Well, I'll read it out. If we're gonna look at them, he's got 3 points.
Jackpo.
We'll have to read it out then. So Pope away to Brentford, Senesi away to Villa. He's still got nearly all his team to play though.
His whole team, it doesn't matter.
He's actually on -1 because he took a -4 as well. Garvardio at home to Liverpool, Gabriel 1, Rice 2, Semenyo, Minter, Gakpo, Pateta, Haaland captain, Voltamada.
Gakpo versus Szoboszlai. Oh my god! All right,
and he's got Neto bench.
Yeah, that works.
Neto bench for 8.
Oh,
unreal! He probably thought he wasn't fit. Oh man.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh.
Why would he bench him? Against.
Maybe he thought he wasn't fit. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's crazy.
But we'll have a quick look at my normal co-hosts on this particular.
Yeah.
Green.
Unit's doing alright, isn't he?
Sorry?
The Unit's doing alright as well.
He's doing alright, yeah. We'll have a look in a sec. So this is Trig's team. So he's up into the top million again, 870,000. Sanchez on 6, Senesi and Lacroix still to play. Gabriel 1, Sarr still to play. Ndai, Saka, Reinders. Sorry, Ndai 3, Saka 12, Reinders still to play. Fernandes 5, and then Haaland to Thiago. I think his one transfer was to bring Gyökeres in and bring Thiago. Sorry, Gyökeres out and Thiago in. Any thoughts on his team, lads? He's having a pretty good game. He's on 27. Actually, he's the highest point scorer in the PubCast host mini league. Any thoughts?
Yep, can't complain. I think he's just got to get rid of Reinders, and then I think he has a good team.
Yeah,
it's got a good balance in it throughout, isn't it? He's not stacked in defence too much money wise or up top. He's got a really good balance.
Yeah, I quite like it. And
he has Van Dijk on the bench, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Let's have a look at D Unit's team. A little bit worried because it got the stream going on in the background and it was lagging then, but it looks like we're fine. So Darius's team is D Unit is Pope.
Oh Jesus!
Burn still to play. What's that?
Oh god!
Double Newcastle defence. Gabriel 2, Caliber 6, Sarr still to play. Rice 2, Fernandes 5, and Burmo 7. Everyone's got so many, haven't they? Mateta and Haaland still to play. Yeah, he's done all right, but he's had a lot of players. To be honest with you, so you guys know I keep in touch with PubCast lads all the time, even when they're not on. He has been moaning so much today. It's like him and Trig have switched places. Usually Darius is the optimistic one, and Trig's the one who moans a bit. But today, I think at some point today, Nightmare and because I've not been in the camera today, Trig, just stop moaning, you old woman. so Dev Cons, everything he's been moaning about, but.
I know the feeling. I feel the exact same way this weekend. I messaged my group chat that I chat to every weekend. Like I made this group chat on Twitter and I told them, I'm like, listen guys, I have to delete the app because I don't want to be checking Twitter this weekend. After I saw what happened to Bowen, I was like, all right, I think it's gonna be an Enzo Blank Holland hat trick. I'm deleting the app. I'll chat with you guys on Monday. I'm predicting my downfall, and it looks like it's foreshadowing. Call me Shakespeare.
It's tough, isn't it? It's like that's what FPL does to you, isn't it? And it's hard to even it out. I think, yeah, even when you try, like for me, I make the decision to start a week, and what happens, but it's still frustrating. Like happened with you, Kanji, like you know you've made the right move, and it's definitely better when you're getting more points. It is. No one can deny that. But
of course,
it's about having that even playing, isn't it? But I try and have a bit of fun as well. I mean, D-Unit is good. You know, maybe has a little bit too much fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Captain Foden, 8 times in a row or something. Like, just calm down a bit, Darius. You know what I mean? Like, although he's catching up with Az. So if you have a look at that Nightmares League, I think you're like 5 points away from Az, and you might overtake him this weekend. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we can have a look. We're gonna have a look.
You have to have a look at Andrew's team as well, because he's got. I'm pretty sure Andrew's got Embuemo and.
Well, he took a minus. He was going on about a -12. He called me out in his video this week, didn't he? For my
yes, I did see that.
For my members, I wasn't actually. I just made a members video about why I didn't like hits immensely much, and I actually said in it, I bet you he clips this and uses it in his video this week, and lo and behold, he clipped it and used it in his members video this week. But yeah, but let's have a look at Andrew's team. I can't remember who he took the -4s for now. But Pope and Manoz still to play. Timber and Gabriel won, the same as everyone. Burn still to play home away to Brentford. Burmo, Fernandez, Rice with 7-5-2. Semenyo still to play Voltemade and Haaland. I mean, again, though, I think it's proven my point. The -8, 16 would be okay-ish, considering it's not a great game week so far for everyone, with 5, 6 still to play. But the -8 takes it down to 8. What are your opinions? What's your thoughts, lads, on this thing?
You want to go first, Shane, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first, mate. Do you know what it is? No one likes to be negative before they start the week, because the pressure's on more. It's greater pressure. But I think maybe we do need to look at taking hits a little bit more. Like, say you're a little bit against the template, but you're doing really well. You're like top 100, 200k. But, you know, you're worried about those other players maybe for the next 3-4 weeks. It's probably all right to take a hit to get those players in. Because if you think about it, say 2 players bang that you don't have, and you took even just a -8 to get in, right? In isolation, -4 points each. They do bang. Okay, you're 8 points down on everyone has those 2, but you're still going to keep roughly your rank. Do you know what I mean? I think it's something maybe we need to do a little bit more. So I got Andrew in his video, but yeah, you don't want to take too many. And now with the free transfers, we can build up to 5. We don't have to take that many hits. Do you know what I mean?
I'm actually weighing up.
I was winding him up today when he posted after the deadline. He did a -8. I was like, click in. You even did the -12.
Yo, Andrew, every video is like, I'm gonna take a hit. I'm pretty sure he's taken like, I don't know how many hits, at least 5 to 10 so far this season, at least. Which, if you think about it, is like 20 points that he's given to the field, at least between 20 to 40 points he's given to the field,
That'd be 20,
which is a lot.
25 and 24 to 50, wouldn't it?
He took -12 last week, didn't he? So he's on -20 for these 2 weeks.
Just those 2 weeks,
Yeah, like that's mad, bro. Like that's crazy. Like I think that's usually. I think let me put it like this. In my first couple seasons, I was taking like 25 hits a season. I think I was taking a hit pretty much every week.
Yeah, I was as well.
It's fun, bro. Like, look, for example, let me give you an example. Mikel Merino is a perfect example of somebody. In the previous version of me, I would have put him in my team. Just -4 him. He's going to be the striker. He's a midfielder. Like, he's going to have the extra clean sheet point, and he's the striker for Arsenal. It's like the perfect 1 week punt, right? But I think like just as you've matured and the more years that I've had with FPL, like I've tried to minimize as many hits as I can. I think we'll always end up between a range of like 0 to 7 on the season. Give myself the leeway, especially if I wildcard early and I go anti-template and maybe I'm behind. I don't mind taking a -4, but like Andrew's a little bit too aggressive, and I think he's like really it's coming back to bite him. But what I will say is that his eggs are in baskets, right? He has double Manchester United attack, double Newcastle defense. Like those 2 things, when they bang, will deliver massive greens. So we just have to wait for his moments to come, and they eventually will, and he'll fly.
He's just saying he's in the chat. 24 points in hits in the last 4 weeks. I genuinely think that is more than I've taken in the last 3 seasons. I take 2 to 3 a season. But Kanji, I finished 3,000, 12,000 and 100,000. And I'm not saying that to big myself up, but you know, when you're in 3 and 12,000, you've got the best team. You don't need, and this was Andrew's argument against it. When you're having a good time and you got the team you want, which to be honest, at the minute, I feel that I do. You don't have to take hits, but on other
wait, are you saying just to confirm, like the last 3 seasons, you finished 3K, 12K, and like 100K?
Yeah.
It's insane.
3 and 12 were my best ever ranks, though. They were my best ever ranks, but.
Well, regardless, I mean, like recency matters. Like you've just done it when the games become very difficult.
Yeah.
Wow. Like a 3K in the last 3 years was worth more than it was 10 years ago.
Well,
so like that's amazing. Wow. I actually didn't know your rank history, so that's really good to know.
Big me up as much as you want, mate.
And I was telling you to put certain Liverpool players in. You were annoyed with me, and I was like, bro, this guy doesn't know ball if he doesn't want Liverpool. But all right, listen, Mr. Top 100K every season. Like, all right, do you?
As regular as we know, I know it all. To FPL review.
yeah. I was going to say review. How long's review? Is review new this year, or has it been?
No, it's been around for.
Oh, has it?
I think 4 years, maybe.
What? 4 years and 3 years you've come that? Now we know. Now we know, Gary. No, listen, you've still got to. Still got to get there.
I do often say FPL review if you want to sponsor the channel, but I think they're like, what if he has a terrible season one year? You know.
Do you know what? I've never, and this is why I asked the question, Gary. I've never looked at it. I don't know. Is it an app? Is it a website? Never looked at it, and I never will look at it. The fact that. Listen, there's some good picks in there. Of course, there's good picks.
But you use fantasy. You use fantasy football Scar, and you've been on Hub. You've seen their Rate My Team tool. That's all it is.
Is that what it is? Right.
Yes, it's that. It's not.
It says about bringing people in and changing people out. Like
it's more accurate than them in my opinion.
Like a model.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a model. It's not AI. It's more a model.
No, they've been around since before I've been playing the game. The fantasy football Scout one's been around for 12 years. You know, they just. Same with Solio, they're just newer versions. They're not anything new.
Yeah.
I mean, before
AI, now he is taken off, yeah.
Well, it's not AI. And beforehand, I did used to have a look at Fantasy Football Scouts one, you know, which was absolutely atrocious, I have to be honest, particularly back then. They'd always, like, Sterling would have scored, like, 1 goal in 18 game weeks, and they'd still have him as, like, the 3rd highest predicted point scorer.
But they do that this week. They do that now. I mean, look at DCL. What, 3 game weeks ago? Yeah, get DCL in. Like, has Review watched the past 4 seasons of DCL? I mean, listen, you've still got to make your choices, and this, of course, there's good choices within there. You know,
right, exactly.
I would never recommend anyone use it as a guide. Like when I wildcarded 2 weeks ago, it wanted me to get Salah in. Now I know Kanji probably would have wanted me to. But I think most people wouldn't have done. But I do love it as like a sanity check and just as a, you know, I've got my moves in mind and I'm like, does Review think this is absolutely stupid? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using all the information you have and then making your decision. I think that's a good thing to do. To be honest.
But I mean,
just to
sorry, go on.
Just to clarify, I would have never told you to put Salah on your team. I don't even think Salah should be in anyone's team. To be honest,
you've come down so high from since Wednesday.
No. Wait. Let me put this in context. Free hit is different, right? Take free hit out of the picture. Holland's XGI per 90 is on like a whole different tier than pretty much anyone in this league. Probably on a different tier than anyone in any league, I think, because you also factor in he hasn't had a single penalty this year. So, like, in terms of premiums, you only need 1. You're pretty much going to captain him, like, 8 out of 10 weeks. Yeah, except for tomorrow. But you're going to captain him 8 out of 10 weeks. We're in the 2 out of 10 weeks, hopefully tomorrow. And so, like, you don't really need Salah. Like, it's too expensive to have both. Like, you don't need it. I just wanted to clarify that point on Salah.
But yeah, Gary, you've still got humor. You've still got to, like, I wind you up quite often. I'll be like, oh, it's a review pick or something.
I'm used to it, mate.
Yeah, but you've still got to make that decision, though. You still got to go ahead and make that. So it's, you know, it doesn't matter how people get the points. You know, you still done that. So it's, you know,
the thing with review is because I reckon 90% of content creators do what I do and use it in the same way. Review ends up becoming the template. So, you know what I mean? You get accused then of following the template because it's all sort of like hive mind. You know what I mean? I think most people that listen to content creators and take their view on board, you know, don't have to necessarily copy them. They are basically being influenced by FPL Review through other means. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a first bias. It's like a second bias. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like basically,
I
like.
think.
Sorry, Sean.
Go. No,
Basically,
no,
like
I think the more go on.
I've gone off shop.
The more we move to modeling and AI and stuff, it just makes me want to use the eye test more, and that's what I'm more of an eye test manager. I use data. Everyone uses data. It'd be stupid not to use data, but I think that gap is winding where people are going a lot more data this year. In my opinion, I think people are going more data driven. And that's not how football works. And I like that. Do you know what I mean? Because if not, we'd all be millionaires at the bookies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's an interesting one. Shall we have a look at? I mean, it's still a lot.
We've covered all the games.
Sorry. Yeah,
we've covered all the games today. Yeah.
We have. Yeah, I was just going to have a quick look at the games tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do predictions because I do them earlier in the week. But I mean, the big ones are going to be. I mean, for me, it's Bournemouth. I've got 3 Bournemouth players. I've got 2 Palace against Brighton, and then I've got Haaland captain against City. What are you lads like? What's your dependency? I guess yours is Salah doing something against Man City, Kanji.
Yeah, so for me it's Salah with 10% EO versus Haaland 180%. And then I've got Sells at home to Leeds, and I've got Mateta. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm cheering for Aston Villa. So I'm cheering against Nessie. I'm cheering against Semenyo. I'm cheering for Thiago to get a goal against Newcastle. I'm cheering for some random goals against Palace. So no defenders and with a clean sheet, just DEFCON. Yeah, so I'm cheering against. I'm cheering against everything everyone owns, if that makes sense, right? Because I'm on free hit, right?
Which is pretty much everyone, because most of your teams. How about yourself, Shane? You've got the 2 Crystal Palace defenders. I suppose that's your Palace clean sheet's your biggest one tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the game, I think like a 1-1 or 1-0 Palace. You know, they played Thursday night. It's going to start catching up with them in Europe and stuff like that. So, listen, people like Munoz and that, they just run all day. You know what I mean? Like Caicedo and that, these guys would just run all day. But yeah, Brighton aren't the best away. Palace half decent. I think it'll be a tight game. So I'm thinking more 1-1. If they concede, so be it. You know, I didn't want to make more than 3 transfers and take a hit. So hopefully Munoz can get somewhere for that. The big one for me really is Villa in the first game. If Rodgers can get something and Watkins, that'd be really good. And obviously the later game, you know, Kanji will be watching. Funnily enough, I think the Forest Leeds game, I think this is a game that Forest will go, I think they'll win about 2-0. And people start going, do you know what? 1, Forest aren't that bad. Essentially, it's the same team that got to Europe last season. You know what I mean? I mean, Ange is terrible. Listen, he was at Celtic for a while. And we could win that league if we were a manager with a decent team. So I don't think he's the best manager.
Win it with you as manager.
It could, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Leeds away, they're pretty poor. DCL, their guy is out. So who's going to score the goals? I don't know. But yeah, obviously the big one.
Bro, DCL being out is an advantage for Leeds, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's probably better. They'll probably end up scoring. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
And then obviously the big ones is City, Liverpool. I mean, I know you've done score predictions, but yeah, I think it'd be about maybe 3-1 or something. I think Haaland runs. Because what we forget, I mean, people are on about bringing Kanati and stuff, and it's like, have you seen Kanati play in the last 10 weeks? And Kanji, that result of the week, fantastic result. I think it was a bit of Liverpool playing well and Madrid not playing the best, but it doesn't matter. You beat Madrid 1-0 at home, but I think I think it's a bit of a false dawn that way. I think they're going to get brought back down to earth on Sunday, mate. I'm sorry to say it. But we'll see. We'll see. As long as it's a good game, I don't mind.
I'm going to have a quick look at the players that can hurt. I'm going to say us. So, I mean, taking myself out of it a minute.
No, I'll listen. Do this for you. I'll stay quiet.
All the players hurt Kanji.
Mateta's only at 50%.
Even DCL hurts Kanji tomorrow.
Mateta's only at 50%. I only look at players that are over 10%. So Mateta, if you haven't got him, obviously, put your fingers in your ears, Kanji.
I don't have him there.
Who else have we got? Pope, 10%. I'm just talking about.
Do you think? Sorry, Gary. I don't think Newcastle keep a clean sheet tomorrow after Champ League.
Probably not.
Don't. I think Brentford score. Yeah.
Probably not. Gueye at 44%. I mean, basically the whole Crystal Palace defence, if you don't own them. Senesi, 22%. To be honest with you, most of them, at least, gone. Pedro's obviously played. Fultamade, 30. Thiago and Welbeck. I mean, for me at least, there's not really that many players that can hurt us tomorrow. But I don't think there's many for most players here.
It's because, you know why? Because I don't mean to be rude, but you have a very template team. You have a very template team.
Gareth takes that as a compliment, Kanji. Gareth takes that as a compliment.
Thank you, have like 70%.
Like if you think about it, right? Like you have like 70% Semenyo. I'm sure you have a Bournemouth defender in there. You've got Holland 180%. There's not much left if you take that out. Like maybe Sarr, I guess. Newcastle defense will have a bit. Palace defense, and that's it.
Yeah. So
maybe Voltamade would have like some good EO because he already was high enough, and then with Gordon picking up the injury, maybe some people actually brought him into.
So, just I know we've got like the whole what do you call it international break to come, but have you guys got any very early thoughts on your transfers? Shane, by the way, I know you said you had to go at some point. So
I'm all right. I'm okay just now, mate. Sorry.
Okay, mate. Let's I'll bring your teams back up again.
In terms of like you're saying there, Gary, I don't really. I mean, I use all my free transfers. Yeah, for me, I mean, there's so many. I mean, it's a 2-week break. There's 2 international games that most people have. I'm just focused on Scotland, hopefully winning another game of football. That would be good. That would be fantastic. And maybe getting to a World Cup. And the first time since I was like, 8? That would be fantastic. So, nah, I don't really... I mean, so much changes in the international break, doesn't it? The one I'm not overly worried about because I took the risk with João Pedro. We'd probably go to Brazil. Unless you might get one of them, he's got a niggle and doesn't go. He's still come on. He's playing Burnley. So, I take the risk there. In terms of kind of any other South American players, generally they'll come back in time or get a bit arrested. So... there'll be injuries crop up. There always is injuries crop up. So I never make an early move in the international break because it comes back and bites you in the ass, doesn't it? You just have to take a hit or something like that.
Kanji, there's no point in getting your team up because it's completely different than what your team will be.
It might be easier. Yeah, it might be easier if you actually just pull up my team on FPL.
It'd be good to see you've got.
If you go into like the actual FPL on one of your tabs. If you just go to that Nightmares Dreamers League, I'll be towards the top of it, and then you just have to go back a week, and you see my team.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so the problem is with my team is I've still got Gyökeres, so like most transfers people have made this week are still issues that remain in my team. So, for example, Gyökeres would be someone I'd want to get rid of. Paqueta is now suspended for next week as well, and I only have 1 free transfer. But that's not an issue because my defense looks amazing for next week. I mean, I think Virgil has, I think Nottingham Forest at home. Gabriel has Spurs at home. Senesi has West Ham at home. I think Anderson has, is it Sunderland or something? Maybe I'll bench Anderson if I can now, based on what the hell I see. But yeah, so that's kind of, I think the defense is good enough to play a 4-back. I think Richards has Wolves, so I'll probably play Richards and bench Anderson. So I don't really mind, but I need to get rid of Gyökeres. So Gyökeres has to go for Mateta or Thiago.
Didn't they be back? I know it's probably not been good anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Like, whether or not he's back is irrelevant to me. What matters is like the next move. You've
got an easy move there, and you could save 0.5. Kanji, do you want to hear me out?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm open.
Gyökeres to Watkins, mate. Save 0.5. Put that low.
Really? Pitch Watkins when he has only scored 1 goal in 10 games.
We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. See how tomorrow pans out. If he scores, then yeah. If not, I just forget that. No, it's a good team, man. It's a good team.
Yeah, I think the problem, okay, never mind. I was gonna say the problem with my team is that like I have Bruno, I have Szoboszlai, and I've got Ndiaye, Semenyo, so I'm happy with those, but I'm missing Arsenal attack. And looking at what Saka did today, the big decision point is now, do I go for Mbumo and double up on United, similar to Nightmare, or do I go for Saka? Because I would want Saka longer term. And that's like the big decision point because it factors in like captaincy decisions when you come to game week 14 and 16. Given what we've seen from Saka today, and given how poor Wolves have been, I think when I get to that game week 16 week, I'll want Saka for captaincy. unless I would captain Gabriel, but I don't want to do that. If I have Saka, I'd rather captain Saka, right? So I think I have to get to Saka, but at the same time, I'm tempted to avoid because I really like Bumo as a differential. So I don't know what to do there.
So just go on, Sam.
Yeah. I'd go Saka, mate. I mean, I've got him, so we're all a little bit biased with own players, but like I'm saying, there's not many players in the Prem that are world class, and Saka's world class. I know he's not had the best record. His first, goal he scored, whatever in 11 months, but he's a class player.
He's still been doing it outside of Arsenal's Premier League games, isn't he? He's just not doing it.
Yeah, so he has 10 GA and 5 goals. 2 of them are pens, but 5 goals in 10 games in the Premier League and in the Champions League. I'm just removing the cup games.
Yeah, and a lot of them, his data looks good, and I mean, can you fully trust United in games? Like at home, you're a little bit more secure, but a double attack for me, Mbeumo and Bruno, I can't fully trust them on that. For me, it's one or the other. I mean, I've got
it's very like the reason I feel this way is because like when I watch United, because I watch every team, I watch every game in the Premier League. But when I watch United, I feel like Mbeumo takes up those Salah positions on the counter where he's actually really unlucky. Because if there's one through ball placed with proper weight of pass, or if Sesko has a better touch, then he's getting more assists. Like I genuinely think Mbeumo has he's kind of like Enzo in a way, where they've just been unlucky to be dodging points. In a way, even though Mbumo's been returning, I think he's been unlucky as well. So I don't know, man. My instinct is telling me to go to Saka, but do you know that the devil on her shoulder is telling me to go Mbumo?
Yeah, for me, like I said at the top of the show, I'm not a big fan of him, but I think I'll have to get Bruno in soon. They've got good fixtures, and even today, right, when he got an assist in the very last kick of the ball, he was just off the points. He was just off the point, and he done nothing all game. I don't want to hear he created loads of chances. I watched the whole game, Kanji, and he didn't create too much. I think he gets overrated, but
he's hit the bar 3 times this season. I think he could have got a lot more points than he's had.
Yeah, but that's a shot of target in the metrics. A shot if you hit the post or the crossbar.
I know, but I think he could have done a lot better.
You got the penalties. You got the penalties, but like you've seen Kanji, I mean, Mbeumo had 2 1-on-1s where he should have finished. Gordon had 2 1-on-1s. Saka had 2 1-on-1s. It's tough to measure those metrics, but I do get what you're saying, and it's the worry each week. I think I'd rather just own Bruno, and then when he does score, I'll take it rather than that pressure. Do you know what I mean? Of hiding.
Yeah, I agree. So here's my question. Right? So let's assume that I deep dive into the Bumo and Saka statistics. I haven't done it yet, but I will. Over the international break, I only have. Oh, sorry, it's easier if you saw my team, but Paqueta and Gyökeres, right? So it's an easy move of Gyökeres down to Thiago because I'm higher on Thiago than others because I know a cheap striker that gets points is really good in FPL. So I'm going to go Thiago. I'm going to go against Mateta. And so it opens me up for Saka and Mbeumo. The thing is, Saka is going to go up in price. Paqueta will likely fall in price. I only have 1 free transfer. I think I have 0.4 in the bank based on where things are. Let's say there's a day where Paqueta is going to fall and Saka is going to rise. Let's just imagine. Would you actually potentially take that hit? Or would you wait the 2 weeks plus an extra, an extra week, right? Because I have to wait 2 weeks for the international break and then also wait the next week as well before I make the Saka move. By that time, a 0.4 rise could really happen because Paqueta can fall once and Saka can rise twice easily.
I used to make moves before the international break or at the very start. And actually, from what I've seen, I could be wrong. You could probably tell me, but I don't think they move that much in value over the international break. I mean, it depends what the player is and who they do, but I don't think they move that much, Kanji. I don't know. It's difficult. I mean, will Saka get injured over the international break? Probably not. He'll probably get managed for England. Yeah, I know I said I don't make early moves, but if you're going to get priced out, I'd maybe.
Well, it's 0.4. There's 0.4 in the bank, so I won't go until it's max priced out, right? So I don't mind losing 0.2 or 0.3, but once it gets to that last 0.1 left, then if I have to do it, then I feel like I have to do it, right?
I mean, I see what your point. I'm looking at the fixtures now, and Arsenal have got Tottenham, Chelsea, Brentford, and Villa. All right, last one's it's a bit easier, but the first 3 aren't that hard. And United have got Everton at home, Palace away, West Ham at home, and Wolves away.
Bournemouth at
So-
home. Don't forget the Bournemouth fixture. That's something we'll return in.
For United. Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
and then Bournemouth after that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then even Villa away. So I don't know. What do I know, mate? You're in the dizzy heights. Don't listen to what I'm saying.
No,
Kanji. You know what I mean?
not after this free hit. I won't be. So, yeah. What do you think, Gary? Would you take the hit to bring Saka in, or would you be patient and wait?
Can't hear him. He's turned his mic off. That's how much he's listening to us. His mic's off.
Oh, for God's sake, I was trying to cut in then, and I was like, why are they not listening to me? It's because my bloody mic's off. No, because Nightmare was making the point there that Madueke's back as well. And that might cut in on Saka's minutes. So, I don't know.
I think it's a bit... I wouldn't say scare market. It's not like Andrew's trying to scare people, but I get the whole Madueke thing. And you'll get some minutes, but I mean... He's not going to take Saka off before 65, 70, and by then he could do a lot of damage. So, yeah, I don't know. He's still class.
What time did he get the goal today? It wasn't that late, was it? 60-ish?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
But that sort of return could go. I don't know.
I mean, if Arsenal, put it this way, for Arsenal to win the league, Saka has to play well. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
100%.
can't win the league if he doesn't play well. So he will manage them, and I think that's better by Arteta this season. But
and they should prioritize his minutes in the Premier League because they're the favorites, right? Versus like let's say they're like a Chelsea, then they could actually prioritize minutes in the Champions League because they have a better chance of winning that than the Premier League, right?
Well, I mean, they get 8 games, I think, in the opening table, don't they? But the first 12, I think, go through. They've won the first 4. So unless they capitulate in the next 4, I think he's going to get managed minutes in the
Champions League. Wow, that's a really good point.
Because
that's a great point.
Look who they got in the Prem. They've got Tottenham. He's not getting managed for that. Chelsea, not getting managed for that. Brentford, okay. And then maybe Villa. But, in those 2 games, I've not looked at who the champ... I mean, they could have qualified by then. They could win the next 2 games and already qualify. I think they've only got to win one more game and they've qualified.
How many matches? How many Champions League rounds?
I think they play 8. I think they play 8 in the first section. Yeah. So they're 4 down already. They've won all 4. So actually, I think could you do a 12?
2 more, maybe.
No,
yeah. Well, they'll probably lose or draw to Bayern, I'd assume.
But don't they want to get in the top 8?
Oh, of course.
Don't they want to get in the top 8 so they don't have to play the qualifying?
Yeah. But I mean, if I'll just have a quick look here, but I'm pretty sure. They're pretty set on that. Unless the other teams pull someone out their ass. It's the first 8 that qualify, yeah. So, all right, okay, you got 9. So you got Liverpool that are on 9 and stuff, and Real Madrid. So they could still, but they've had a few easy fixtures.
Aren't all 5 English clubs in like the top 12 as well, or something crazy like that? I saw something on
Twitter. Got Liverpool, Newcastle, City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea. Yeah, 5 in the top 12.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
I have I don't know if I should say this on your pod, but like I have a little bet for an English team to win the Champions League this year. So let's see if that happens.
Arsenal, good team.
Yeah, it's not it's not Liverpool, is it? I mean, only an idiot would bet on that.
No. It was it's an actual bet of an English team to win. It was like double your money. I'm like, wow. I think they're a good team.
Chelsea, right? It's got to be Chelsea. He's not putting Newcastle. That's a fact.
Come on, Kanji,
I'm saying no. You're misunderstanding. The bet I put is for an English team to win the Champions League. Right. Double your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So I'll be cheering for all of them for someone to do well in the end.
What, 2-1? That's not bad.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, look, it looks good now, but I think in preseason, some people were like, oh, Chelsea are not going to do anything. And then they went out there and beat PSG in the final. All right. So you just have to trust that, the English teams. This is like a little bit of bias for me because I don't watch other leagues, but I do know that the money, a lot of the broadcasting revenue is in the Premier League. And because of that, the money is here. So the best players will eventually want to come here to get paid. And this has the most, I don't know what there's a lot of eyes on the Premier League. I don't know what the right word is. But I don't know what the right exact words. There's a lot of visibility in the Premier League, so I always feel like the Premier League will always do well longer term. Anyway, so
who's going to win? Who's going to win it? That'll be Real Madrid. It always bloody is if they've not.
It won't be, bro. Real Madrid's not winning it. I'll say right now, there's only 2 teams that worry me. It's Barcelona and PSG. And with Barcelona not playing well,
Barcelona's got beat, man. Club Brugge.
I know
done
they're
that.
not playing well. They're not playing well. But like, listen, they have quality players. Put my
Real
hands up.
Madrid-
Like,
Real Madrid will
Real
find a
Madrid's
way.
bro. No. They won't. They won't.
Find a
Bro,
way.
Gary, bro, I watched them, bro. Did they have did they miss players or something? Because like
doesn't
they
matter.
weren't even.
It doesn't matter. They will scrape in. They will scrape in. If they're not doing well, they will scrape in to the next
All right.
round, and then they will start thrashing everyone. It's happened for.
I mean, Liverpool.
decades.
Like you're saying, Gary, I mean, if Liverpool had, it'd be good if they had like a left winger from Colombia. He was a good player. You know, he's good. We should maybe look at that guy. He scored a fantastic goal today. What about him? Would you sign him, Kanji?
Yeah, honestly, that goal today was world class. By
It
the
was
way,
class,
what
wasn't
a finish! The way he saved that off the line and finished it. Wow, what a ball!
So just chatting there. Sorry, I was just looking while we're chatting there. So in terms of Saka, they've got Bayern in the Champions League. Then they've got Club Brugge. Then they've got Inter, which is difficult, but then they've got Carry Almighty. So they win the next two. That's them done. I don't. Yeah, he's still play time.
Lads, can I quickly go through my team before we look to
Of
wrap
course,
up?
yeah.
Go, man.
Do your thing, bro.
I've actually got the fixtures here, so I'll read them out. So Petrovic in goal. This is obviously my game 12 team. Petrovic at home to West Ham. Gabriel Timber at home to Tottenham. Senesi at home to West Ham. Fernandes at home to Everton. Semenyo at home to West Ham, surprisingly. Minter at home to Brentford. Enzo away to Burnley. Saka. Mateta away to Wolves. Haaland captain away to Newcastle. So I'm on 4, lads. I can keep it short. I think I'm going to roll again. There's not. Actually, I don't know who Liverpool fixtures have got. I think there's changing.
In 12?
Well, I'm thinking of free hitting in. So they're home to Nottingham Forest. It's all right, but I'm thinking of free hitting in here in 13. So I'm like, this team is all right. I think I mentioned this earlier. Just play this. Free hit in 13. Get in Liverpool to cover the. Well, they're away to West Ham. Maybe I don't even need to do that. But then come out of it, but probably get free City in as well. Come out of it with 5 free transfers to spend over 2 weeks. Could pretty much cover anything before we get the 2 in 16. What do you reckon?
I'm not sure what you're going to spend your transfers on, though.
I don't know, but this is FPL. Something's going to happen. Something will happen. Something will happen.
Fair
I mean,
well, and
go on, Kanji.
Enzo will have to go. If you look at Bruno, Semenyo, Minte, and Saka, it's like end game. I don't like Minte, but you do. So those 4 are great, and then Enzo will definitely need to leave, and Mateta and Holland can stay for the rest of the season. So realistically, like you're set.
But he doesn't need to go this game with, does he, away to Burnley?
No, exactly.
No. So I reckon I'm just going to roll. And let's bet, we just said, there's an international break. Probably 15 of these players. It's unlikely they're all going to come back fit or without some sort of issue. So, I don't know.
I mean, do you know what? Sometimes when I set my team up for the game week, I'm like, yeah, that team's going to bang, right? And other times I'm like, nah, if I can get through this game week, with the green, it'll do not too bad. And typically the other side of that seems to do better. When you're like, I'm stacked this week, it just never. Sometimes it doesn't seem to go right. But I don't know. You have to see what comes out of this week. I mean, Brentford. Listen, Brentford's not. It's not a hard. It's not an easy game. Brentford. It's tough.
Spurs could upset
could
Arsenal, couldn't they?
Well, they could score. They could score, and it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if the Pigeon scored. Do you know what I mean? Or like a Van de Ven, probably top goal scorer.
It'll probably someone will score at North London Derby or whatever. I'm sure someone will score.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to waste a transfer? I mean, you could keeper wise. I mean, you could move off a double Bournemouth defense to cover yourself a little bit, couldn't you?
They're home to West Ham, so it didn't need to be done this week, I don't think.
It's going to be hard to argue like with selling Petrovic before his good run now. I mean, if you've kept him, like you're the reason why you've kept him is because he's the best 4.5 value goalie in the game, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they've got a really good run coming out, haven't they?
But Bournemouth, I mean, we'll see tomorrow, and they're different. They're a little bit like Man United, different home and away, but they've been conceding a lot more goals recently. From the first, and sometimes in quite a lot of droves. Liverpool.
I totally agree with this. So like, this is the biggest reason I haven't gone double Bournemouth defense. because I actually don't trust the defense at all. I know that if you look at the home XG conceded versus the away XG conceded, they're amazing at home. But still, I don't like the defense. I don't trust the system to actually keep clean sheets. I trust the system for DEFCONs, but not for clean sheets.
That's what kind of I do quite often. My kind of process of like I'll have a look and see what I think the score is going to be. Do you know what I mean? I'll factor in a little bit of team news. I watch like Scouts team news, which are fantastic, obviously, to tell you who's injured, who's not, and then factor in what I think the score is going to be. You know what I mean? So if I think, could West Ham score? They could score. You know what I mean? Bowen, but quite something like that. They're unlikely, but I feel like they could get a goal. So you could move off of one of them, Gary. But then who would you bring in? You could maybe put Senesi on the bench, and who have you got on the bench there? Guay, Rodon. For me, I'd maybe swap Rodon. I don't see an opportunity when you're going to play him in the next 4 or 5. In my opinion, anyway. I maybe you could swap him. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I think it's a bit too early to talk about it, to be honest, Shane, because we've got so. I was wondering, do we want to wrap up, or Shane? I know you probably have to go. Do you want to do a Q&A, or
I'm all right. No, I'm okay for a wee
20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
sure.
good.
Yeah, cool.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to write in the chat. Get your questions in, lads. Can I leave you to? It might be helpful if one of you got the screen open while I go and do my normal powdering my nose. Which actually
No worries.
Get an hour and a half in.
Can you see the chat, Kanji? I can't see the chat.
Okay, no worries. Let me try to pull it up. Hold on. Give me a second.
Well, I'll only be 5 minutes.
There's a feature, Gary, where you can mirror it on the actual stream next to your pitch.
I can, but you won't be able to see it because I've not paid.
You'd be able to see it on the stream. Oh, right, okay.
So I've not paid for StreamYard, so you wouldn't be able to see it. The viewers would be able to see it, but you wouldn't be able to see it. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll start you off.
Sounds good.
Shane, what are the Arsenal fixtures? It says Kanji. Best Liverpool asset to get in, says Matthias. I'll leave you with that one.
Nice.
On,
Shane, you want to go first?
You're the guy.
Liverpool is easy. Liverpool's easy. So you if you want X minutes in defense, you go Van Dijk. If you want to be a little bit spicy, Bradley is there. Konate is also there if you don't have enough money to get to Van Dijk, but they're always prone to an early sub. For example, like let's say Liverpool are down 1-0 in the 75th minute, Konate could get subbed off, and then he could actually just not hit the DEFCON as well as not getting the clean sheet. So I would avoid Konate and consider only Van Dijk and Bradley defensively. And in the midfield, Szoboszlai is the only one to consider. That's like nailed X minutes. Verts and Gakpo rotate on the left, Salah on the right. Isak is back in training, so Isak and Ekatiko will rotate up top. So there's no point touching it. So just Szoboszlai or you can just avoid.
Yeah, there you go. You don't even ask me. There you go. Done. Next. Do you know what I mean? the Liverpool residents in the house, man. I've got nothing to add to that, man. Who's next? You do the next one, mate, and I can see where we are. I've got.
Okay, so FPL Hippie was saying, is rolling transfers and losing team value early in the season just a content creator thing?
I don't know. I think they're quite medium to long term, aren't they? So they won't really touch the team at the start. Whereas a lot of us are like, I need to change that player, I need to change that player. So yeah, this year I don't think we need it as much. I don't think it's important. Do you know this year, Kanji? I know obviously you're looking at those moves and you might get priced out. You got 0.4, so I think you'll be fine. But
I'm chilling. Yeah, I think I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, I don't think I've really looked once at team value in terms of. I mean, I might look at some moves, but I've not really been priced out because. We don't really have like the double premium, do we? We no one's really got the Haaland Salah, or not just now anyway. So money's all right, and 9 times out of 10 there's always an option.
Well, here's the thing: like now we will be. For example, look at Gary's team on screen, right? You see Mateta is there. He's the second most expensive striker. He's gone for 2 of the expensive midfielders in Bruno and Saka, right? So he has his premiums already sort of locked in. So he's chilling. But if you don't have them and you want that, you're going to have to cut corners along the way, right? Like for me, I can't afford Mateta alongside Bruno and Saka. It's just too much money because I've gone for like Raya and Gabriel and Van Dijk. So I cut the corner on Mateta, go to Thiago, and I'm able to get to Saka, right? So I think if I have more money, I'd go Mateta. So like the price and the team value does matter, but the information is more important, I think, honestly.
Yeah, see, I don't see like listen, Mateta could do well tomorrow, but I think Mateta's a bit overrated. I think people are really, really high on him because of his XG. Listen, he has, what, he get like 10 billion XG against Bournemouth, didn't he? So that's kind of inflated his numbers a bit, but he misses a lot of chances. And he's a bit, for me, he's a bit like Nunes Mark II. I really believe that. He's better than Nunes, granted, but he doesn't, I don't think he gives me enough. And Palace don't score that many goals. Now factor that in. Like, when was the last time Palace won like 4-0? They don't. And if Sarr's going to have a good game as well, he might score. If Munoz is going to get something, I mean, he's the main outlet. Granted, it's scary to go without, and hopefully, touch wood, he'll be all right tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit like you're saying, you have to have downs in some area, like Thiago. Thiago, he could score a few tomorrow. It's fixtures.
The thing is, if you look at like non-pen, like if you're a stats nerd like I am, and you look at like non-pen XGI and you compare Mateta and Thiago, it's like Mateta's double him. Like he's double as good. So, and like Mateta in the last 3 seasons has like been a good finisher. He's just been a bad finisher recently, but I'm sure that will change, and then I will get punished at some point. So, and it's funny, everyone in my mini league has Mateta except me, and I'm in first. So I could just turn around and go protect my rank, but I don't really play like that.
Nah, mate, and again, if you don't think it's going to happen, like say it doesn't happen, you go, I want to go Mateta to protect my rank, and it doesn't. You're like, I knew I could be further ahead. So
yeah, exactly. Worst feeling ever, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's that balance between cover and not balance, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? But FPL Nightmare said there, he said, should I stop making FPL videos until I get better at the game? I think you know the answer to this, Andrew. No, of course not. Your video is great, mate. So no, of course not, mate. I mean, listen, all you need to be aware of, you're ahead of D Unit. That's all that counts, mate. Do you know what I mean?
You should take my advice from my members' videos. That's the
snapshots fired. But no, Andrew, no. I think I'm sure everyone on here watches them, and I enjoy them, mate. Even if
we love them.
And this could be controversial here, that some certain big content creators tried to copy a certain version of it, which was not a mark on yours, Andrew. Yours was 100 times better, mate. So in short form, no, you shouldn't.
I think what people
video.
I think what people like in FPL content creators, everyone has their own niche in a way. I know this sounds really weird, but like, let's say the FPL community is like one big group. Everyone has a little like aspects. Like, for example, like Let's Talk FPL is like the OG of it. And like, I don't know, like maybe FPL Mate and FPL Harry and FPL Raptor and Focal, these guys are kind of like their own little group because like they're boys, right? Like, so it's kind of interesting how everyone has their own little section of like, if you're looking for something, you'll go to a specific content creator. And what I like about FPL Pickle and FPL Nightmare is their originality. They understand what the template is, but that doesn't mean they're going to make that into their team. They look at the game their own way. They have certain picks that they like and they prioritize, and they're building their team around that. And I think that's what I'd like to see.
Is Pickle non-template, is she?
I don't think so. No, she's never really template. She really isn't, to be honest. She plays her own game.
I'm trying to get her on the pubcast. We're in the negotiation stage, but she didn't reply to my last bloody message when I said when is she free in the new year.
She probably looked at it. She probably like, who's this? Who's this podcast? Get rid of this. Get rid of it. Too much going on.
Well, I know,
in a good way, Gary. In a good way.
I know Roz like outside of FPL in a way that I won't go into. So hopefully at some point she'll come on.
It's probably just everyone busy, and I think I'm the same as well. Like, WhatsApp group. Unfortunately, I think it's more just, we're going a bit deep here, but work just takes over your phone and your life and something. Sometimes you don't notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's like you're saying, Kanji. Everyone has their own niche, their own way. But people watch people because they like them. Do you know what I mean? Like, people watch Gary because they like the cut of his jib and they like the personalization. Because but like anyone could just churn out. You know what I mean? We've got AI and stuff. You could just churn out the same stuff. And let me tell you, I've had a few conversations with Steve-O that some people do that, and it's quite apparent. But listen, whatever you find solace in, and like me and Kieran, we just like having fun chatting football really at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, FPL is pain. It's like life, isn't it? Generally, it's rubbish. It's crap. But 2 game weeks out the season is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones that look forward to.
Yeah, it's fair.
You have to have pain to have enjoyment. If it was just, like I often get bored of computer games when it's just like, I'm doing well. Like Forza Horizon 5 was the last racing game I played. I got good enough I could beat everyone. every single time. There's no enjoyment in it because you're just doing it every time. Even the world number one is going to have bad game weeks. You know what I mean? It's the pain that makes it all worthwhile. Do you know what I mean? I know it's difficult when it's like pain and pain and pain and bad game week, bad game week, FBLD unit. But you know what I mean? but that is part of it. Do you know what I mean? It is. That's why we love the game in some ways. But even if it doesn't feel like that on a weekend night, sometimes, you know what I mean?
It's like Kanji. Like at the moment, Kanji, you're like a bit livid because you've made the right decision. It's not paid off, but you in like 3, 4, 5 days, you'll look at over the national break and be like, do you know what? I'm like top 150k or something like that. You'll be like, actually, I'm having a good season. We'll go again, and you know what I mean. You'll be fine for next week. I mean, obviously, in your head, you'd be like, "Oh no, Haaland scored a hat trick against us," and it's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was like. And the problem is like it's like a 2 week, or I have to let this simmer for 2 weeks as well.
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
Someone put in the chat. That's probably a good question. Is who are you going to captain next week? It's probably a good show actually.
Good question.
Who are you thinking, Gary? And Ken?
I've got it on Haaland, but my good friend FPL Review, you know who it wants me to? It wants me to go Saka. I think Saka captain and Bruno vice. But at the minute, I'm just like everyone. I mean, maybe it will be tempered a bit by how Haaland does tomorrow. I mean, if he gets another goal, 2 goals tomorrow, I don't see how you can go against him. And Newcastle's defence has not been great, but it is 2 weeks out. It's difficult to call. But he's we can see he's my bus team captain.
What about Bruno?
I don't know. He's not getting the big balls.
He's got so many routes to points.
He does. Sorry, but he doesn't take them every week. He usually gets one. He'll get a DC. He'll get an assist. Maybe he'll get a penalty and actually score it at some stage. But he's not getting them combined. Whereas Haaland is the most likely to come out with a big score. What about you lads, Kanji?
I think Bruno, Semenyo, and Haaland will be the captaincy decision for me. I think I really like Everton. I think they've been very underrated this year. I think they're just a solid mid-table team. So I don't want to captain Bruno in this fixture, but he's basically ticked along for the last like 6. Bruno's basically been like he's like ticked along every single game. But I'm not interested in captaining because I like Everton, even though it's at home. So it's Semenyo versus Haaland for me. And I was hoping I would do well this week so I could take another differential captaincy. But if Haaland gets 2 goals against Liverpool, I'm going to just captain him against Newcastle. Like, honestly, that's actually how I feel. Like, it's the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to see how this week plays out. But I think Newcastle concede. And yeah, I don't think you can look past Haaland. I mean, maybe I'm looking fixture-wise. I mean, Chelsea got Burnley. Burnley are conceding goals like no one's business. Is going out of fashion. So, I mean, who would you captain from Chelsea? I mean, I've got Pedro. Could I? I don't think I trust him enough.
No.
Then Saka against Spurs. Thomas Frank will play. He's away, Thomas Frank, so he'll play fairly defensive. Elsewhere, there's not really too much. I'm looking there. I mean, Bruno's an option. I don't have him. I mean, I might have a United. I might have a United midfielder by then. What about Palace Wolves? What about like someone like, I mean, Munoz is a bit extreme, but I mean, I don't have Mateta, but you didn't mention Mateta there at all, Gary. Did you think about Mateta away to Wolves? I mean, I know they've got a new manager incoming, but they're not changing the players. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if they've got a new squad.
Potentially. Again, though, it's different.
It's tough, isn't
it? It's just about going against Haaland. We've seen D Unit do it 6 game weeks in a row, and unless Gabriel only scores 2 points tomorrow, I think he's won once, and that was when Bruno Fernandes got 4 and Haaland got 2. So he didn't really win. Do you know what I mean? I think it's
I think for the risk and reward, I think midfield's the key though. Like defense is too risky. You've seen Gabriel. Listen, he done well, but Haaland still matched him. But Saka's got 12 points today. Okay, he got DEFCON, but if a midfielder scores a goal, Haaland he has to score 2 goals and get full bonus to match that midfielder. So if we can look for a midfielder that gets a goal and assist or 2 goals, I think that's the key to beating Haaland. But it's just right player, right time, and what are those midfielders? It's a difficult one.
Lads, I want to wrap up in a sec, so I'm going to take one more
No
question,
worries.
which is from channel member Srinjoy. If you want to check out channel memberships, please hit the join button. And he asks, I've lost the question. I have money for Mbermo. Should I get, or I shouldn't ask Kanji this because I know what his answer's going to be. Should I just get him or attack the Liverpool fixtures by getting Szoboszlai? Kanji, I think I know what your answer's going to be here, but I'll hand over to you.
But the thing is, that's not really a good question because Mbumo is what, like 2.0 more expensive than him?
Well, I guess he's got
So, like,
the
what
money.
would you do? Yeah, but what would you do with the extra 2.0? Like, that's not really a fair question unless I see what, because it would be like Szoboszlai plus who versus Mbumo plus who. Because if it's like Szoboszlai plus Virgil and Mbumo versus a 4.5, I'll be on Szoboszlai and Virgil, right? So, like, that's the thing. It depends. So, but to answer it, if you have the transfer, get to Liverpool assets this week.
What do you reckon, Shane?
What was the question? Sorry, would he get either Mbuemo or Szoboszlai?
Assuming they can afford both, which I'm assuming you must be able to.
I'd get Mbuemo in, to be honest. I mean, fixture-wise, United have got a good fixture-wise. And Liverpool, I think the jury's still out a little bit. I mean, I've got Gakpo. He's fine to stay in my squad for now, but Wirtz, he started on the left the other day, and he actually looked fairly decent. I'm not saying that he's going to come into our team soon, but if he maybe stops trying to shoehorn Isak in and Ekitiki's up there, I know obviously he's a striker, but I don't know. I mean, is Gakpo the one? He seems to be doing the most. I don't know. I feel like Szoboszlai, he's doing well, but he's a bit of flavour of the month. I rate him. He's great, but is he always going to be in that same position? Do you know what I mean? Now he's got. I mean, Kanji, you could probably answer it. Now Slot's got that sect 3, which he stopped clearly mucking about and being like, right, I'll have my best players in the best positions, which what he should have done at the start of the season. But I every season in FPL, he doesn't come up every single week, Szoboszlai, does he? Do you know what I mean? He's not banging him in every week, which is what we want from midfield. Whereas Mbuemo, I mean, just looking there, he's got Everton, Palace away, tired, West Ham, and Wolves.
Yeah, the run is gorgeous. Yeah, so is like the thing is Liverpool's run is just as good, and also like it saves you a transfer because Bumo, if you bring him in, you have to sell him later. So like if you go Bumo, you go like Bumo plus to Cunha. Yeah, like Bumo, then you have to go to probably Foden for West Ham at 17 and then move to Cunha from like 18, 19, 20. So you can go that route too. It's up to you. I just prefer Szoboszlai. Go cheaper in the mid. I prefer that myself.
Cool. All right.
Can I, so see before you close up here, I was thinking this other day, right? So see if a player goes down, say, I don't know, Gordon goes down for a penalty and Voltermadi scores it, right? Obviously, Gordon gets the assist and Voltermadi gets the goal, yeah? If Gordon goes down and takes the penalty, why don't they get both points?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I was thinking the other day. I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna. Well, it won't happen tomorrow with Gordon anyway. But anyway, it was just pickle my brain. I thought it was being a bit daft the other day, mate. But
no. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
You think
because you won it and you put it away.
And also, I think they should get points for winning a penalty, even if it's not converted, because they don't have any. The guy who wins the penalty doesn't have any control over whether the penalty taker, unless it's them. But even then, they've still done the action and won the penalty. If you're gonna if you're gonna deem winning a penalty a point-winning thing, then it should be a point-winning thing in its own self.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be like you get points for it, but you should get underlying bonus for it, I'd assume. Like that's something they should tweak. I agree with that.
Anyway, lads, thank you so much for joining. Kanji, where can we find you, mate?
For now, just Twitter. You can find me on Twitter, Kanji FPL. You can see the way that it's spelled on StreamYard.
And Shane, we have your so I'll quickly plug while we're here. This week on the podcast we have I'm gonna bloody mispronounce his name. Alan. Is it Alan? I think it's Alan. What from FPL FML. Trig will be back, and we also have, until this game week at least, the highest rated content creator in FPL, Kieran, from your wonderful channel, the Double Pivot. Shane, where can we find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find us on X. So I'm FPL Veteran _ and FPL Double Pivot on YouTube. an X. And yeah, hopefully Kieran, he's been going on about it and on about it. No, he's not. He's doing really well, so it makes a change. Makes a change, mate. But yeah, he'll be on Wednesday. But he'll be really good. He'll be good.
It'll be good, yeah. Hopefully he's still the number one FPL content creator, so I can squeeze it in somewhere in the thumbnail.
Are you saying that Gary's saying that through gritted teeth? Hopefully he's the number one content
No,
creator.
I'll stick it on the thumbnail somewhere, you know what I mean? With a big red arrow going down to it.
That's what we've been doing,
Yeah,
mate.
you know,
I know, I noticed.
Have you guys played archery before? I feel like this stream, for me at least, felt like the guy that's like taken a shot with their bow and arrow, but I don't know if it hit the target, missed the target, landed on the bullseye yet. Like I have no idea until tomorrow because like I can't wait to see what happens to Liverpool Man City, right? So my reaction could be like, "Holy, I'm in the mud," or because right now that's how I feel. But maybe tomorrow I could be like, hey, it wasn't really that bad. I don't know. I just wish the stream was tomorrow rather than today. But thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you, Gary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
same, and good luck to everybody, yeah.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you both coming on with Darius. And as I said to you before, Randall, I'd never had to have done this by myself otherwise. So, yeah, please do like, please do subscribe. Please join us for the podcast with Alon, I'm going to say that's his name, from FML, FPL, and the world's number one content creator. And Trig will be back. And I'm assuming we'll probably do a Q&A next Saturday with Trig and maybe Darius. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.
All right, take care.
Have a good night.